Hey everybody, this is Bruce from mycomputerblog.com. In our last video, I told you how to download Backtrack 5 and how to download VirtualBox. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use VirtualBox with Backtrack and update Backtrack and install Metasploit. It's a hard word to say, but you should have VirtualBox installed, and it's not hard at all to install, so just run it. And when you get your Backtrack file, it'll be in a folder thing like this, and if you don't have it already, 7-zip is a really good unachieving utility. So go to Google, type in 7-zip and download it, and right click it, and then go to 7-zip, extract files, and then hit OK if you're on Windows. If you're on Mac, it'll just kind of do it, because Mac's great. But go to New for a new virtual machine. I'm going to name mine Backtrack 5 because that makes sense. You can name yours whatever you like though. And then it's a Linux based operating system based on Linux 2.6, and I have a 64-bit, but you can select 32 if you don't have a 64-bit. Go with that whatever you want to show you how much RAM it uses. And if you can't hear my fans on my Mac coming up, they are really, really fast. And then you select where your extracted files are and click on the 64 at the very end of it, VDMK. That's what file you're going to use. It'll take up 30 gigabytes. And then you do that, and you run it, and then you double click the power button, and it comes up. You can read that if you like. I'm not going to. And it may take a minute to load. Okay, the login for every Backtrack, the username is root and the password is root backwards, so it's T-O-O-R. Now we can go to the graphical interface to do this, but it's just as easy doing it like this. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Do the graphics. Type in Start X and hit Enter. And we'll have our GUI Windows and Mac. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is make a folder for Metasploit. We don't have to, but it makes sense if we do. So go to Places Home, this little back button, go to the disk, click Create Folder, and never mind, don't create folder here, just go to Pen Test and create new folder. And name it, let's name it SVN. Okay, now go to the terminal. Type sudo bash. Then type cd / pentest / svn. Hit enter. And that's letting us access a new folder we just made. Now rm / rf framework 3, enter, and svn vn co/https://www. Metasploit.com/svn/framework 3/tru trunk space framework 3. Now hit enter. And hopefully I typed this in correct. And this is going to take a while. Got to update every file on Backtrack with the SVN files. Well, while we're on here, I guess I can tell you about the this cool little virtual box thing. What it does is it runs sort of like, it runs a computer on your computer. And it uses all the drivers and stuff, so we don't have to do that and set up your graphics and stuff from that first screen we saw. But this is the disk part. It tells you how it controls the disk and if it's actually using it or not. That would be my fans on my MacBook running at high speeds. But this is the USB device manager. This is the Wi-Fi manager. And when you install that, when you install VirtualBox, it makes a new network for you. If you're on Windows, you can especially see it. And down here you have more desktops for Backtrack. You have 4. I think you can add more, but we don't need any more than 4. But I'm going to pause this and finish it when it gets done, because it's probably going to take a while. Okay, so it finally finished here 10 minutes later. So that downloaded the Metasploit framework. So now we need to use network sockets. So type CD, come on MacBook, CD / framework 3 / external / PCAP RUP and hit enter. And there's no such file or directory. So now we have to go and make the file, the directory. Pentest should be under SVN, framework 3, external. Peak is right there. I must have typed it in wrong. I don't see that I did type it in wrong, but if you guys are screaming at your screen telling me what I typed in wrong, I understand. Let's try this. CD framework 3. So I must type framework 3 in wrong. This is the first time I've done this ever. I mean, I've used Metasploit before, but I've always installed it on the hard drive. I've never had to go through all this. Framework 3 is right under Pentest. CD framework 3, and it worked. So now CD external and CD PCAP row. Alright, so now execute Ruby extconf.rb. See what happens. That was pretty fast. Now we gotta make the file and we gotta install it. So make, and you gotta hit the N sign twice and make install. Enter. And now we have the Lorcon 2 extension. No, now we have the PCAP rub extension, and we need the Lorcon 2 extension. So now CD, enter. Now type CD /pentest /svn, enter. And svn co https www. Not www. 802 11ninja.net/svn/lorcon/trunk space lorcon 2 enter. And we wait once again. So we have an applications folder up here just like any Linux. This is the special thing about Backtrack, the Backtrack folder, which is the pen test folder. It's got all these nice little programs that we can use to just do whatever we please. MySQL, all kinds of MySQL. We got wireless tools so we can get wireless passwords. Aircrack is a really good one. And Armitage is good, which is just like Metasploit, but it's got a GUI with it. It's graphical. It's not just a terminal. But this video file is getting very big, so I'm going to pause this video and come back to it when it gets done later. So I'll be right back. So I was wrong. It's not HTTPS. It's actually just HTTP. And then all this will come up and get you all that good stuff. So we need we gotta do one more thing before we're completely done. We gotta update the Metasploit binaries. So just type this in, framework 3/enter, and it will update everything. So if you guys want to be notified every time I post a new video, just go to iComputerblog.com, and on the right hand side it says follow this blog, and all you have to do is type in your email and hit follow. But it seems like we're already updated, so we don't really need to do anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll post the next video soon.